It's day 11 and we've woken up to a stormy day. This is the view from our window. Not terribly romantic, but there's the sky. And we've been hearing the thunder rumbling in the distance. Actually not in the distance, nearby. So it's pack covers on, ponchos ready before we start the walk to Pietralunga. What do you think, Rhonda? All set?
Let's go.
Well, it has been raining cats and dogs this morning. There's an Aussie saying. This is the locality of Castello. Haven't been able to get the camera out because it's been so wet. I'm going to go handheld, and I'm not going to set up the gimbal because it's just been raining too much. There's a little fountain. We've got the ponchos on again. Okay. It's the return of the hunchback. We're going to head off over in this direction to Pietralunga. We'll try and get some photos and some video. When it's raining, it's a bit tricky, but we'll see what we can put together. That's the way we're heading. Thankfully now, it's on this quiet road, and because it's on the quiet road, it won't be too muddy, which is actually a blessing. So let's see how we proceed. We'll see what sort of footage we can get, and we'll put something together at the end of the day. I think the rain is easing, the clouds may be lifting, and we can start to see down the valley. That's promising. What do we call this sort of weather, Rhonda?
We call this misty mist. If ever I've seen a misty morning, this is the day.
Not even just misty mist, it's a misty mist morning.
Have a look down there,
yeah.
Down the valley.
You can't really see down the valley. We're a long way up now, aren't we? Nothing is visible.
I know this is very weird, but this is the biggest snail we've ever seen.
It's massive.
I think he's run away from France. Look at him, he's moving, that boy.
I'm going to put him off on the grass.
No one wants to.
Oh.
Oh,
There he goes.
Come on, where are you going to put him, Russ?
St. Francis.
A friend of snails.
I'm going to put him over here so he doesn't get run over.
Oh, there you go.
There you go, little snail.
Go the opposite direction to France.
Here's an example of how torrential that rain was this morning, and maybe even more so up here. It has washed those rocks there off the side of the road onto the middle of the road, all the way down here. And you can see it's literally just mounded them up in this big pile near where Rhonda's walking, and gouged out further down as well. So yeah, it was heavy. They're sizable rocks.
The signage is very good in Italy, very precise. We have seen deers, yes.
A big stag.
A big stag off into the paddock, and we have also seen these sorts of cars driving on these sorts of roads. We have a rule that if we ever move to Italy, the number one rule would be do not buy a used car, because we have seen what they do on these roads in these cars. So no used cars. Is that right, Russell?
No. Looks like the cloud is burning off and the views are opening up. Like Rhonda said, I saw a stag down in one of these valleys just before. Probably by the time we get in, we'll be hot and sweaty again. Beautiful scenery again, walking through these Umbrian hills. We're heading towards Pieve di Sardi, which is a very famous, I guess, monastery? Church, maybe, church. We might be able to tell a little bit of the story when we get there. We've literally been walking along a ridge, and now we have turned a corner. The Canticle of the Creatures from St. Francis, and we are on the other side of the valley, and I'm just going to dodge that big puddle down there, and we have an outlook on the other side, probably towards Pietralunga, somewhere in the distance. Okay, there is the ancient church of Pieve di Sardi, It is a Pilgrim Ostello, a Donativo. We're not staying there tonight. We're on our way to Pietralunga. But I hope the Pilgrim part isn't in that back bit where the roof's caved in. Just had a nice morning tea sitting in the grounds of Pieve It is the site of the martyrdom of a converted Roman soldier in the 6th century AD. I think it was Saint Crescentius, something like that. Don't quote me. The crypt, which was built in the 6th century, is still there, and we went down in there, took a photo, and the church was built on top of the crypt in the 11th century. So that's over, what does that make it? Very old, almost 1,000 years. I was having a mathematical blank then, and I still am. But anyway, that was fascinating and well worth stopping and very peaceful. And it's now sunny and beautiful, and on we walk. We've just picked up a gravel road, which is maybe a little bit softer than the bitumen. Close to traffic too, which is handy.
Yes.
Not that we've seen much. We've come down from Pieve Sant Stefati. No, hang on, do that again. Sant Stefati. That's in the bloopers reel. Stefati. Pieve Sant Stefati.
Stefati. Is your videoing still?
We're laughing because I just called Pieve di Sardi Pieve Saint Stefati. We had to stop the video. We had a long uphill after Pieve di Sardi, and now we've picked up a gravel track walking downhill. And I think there's more rain forecast, isn't there, in like an hour or so?
Yes. We need to get speedy, these pilgrims.
Yeah, we've got 7 kilometres to Pietralunga.
Can we do that in an hour?
We'll have to be walking 3 times as fast as we usually do. Hopefully we can beat the rain. We don't want a big storm. We'll see how we go. It's nice walking though after the rain. We have been walking downhill, and I suspect it's just so that we can walk uphill again. We're looking for somewhere to stop. We can hear a river, which sounds enticing, but it's wet, so I don't know where we'll be able to sit down. What have we found, Rhonda?
The canticles of the creatures about the water.
About the water, Pesoro Aqua. Oh, lovely. And there's a map that I can't understand. Anyway, let's see. A little stop on a river where we could look for some fish would be amazing. Well, that's the river after the rain. That is like flowing chocolate. I won't be spotting any fish. Well, this is unbelievable, Rhonda. We just sat on the most uncomfortable concrete rock sort of drain thingy back there to have a drink and a snack, and look what we find. That looks almost new. A new picnic table. And we've been looking for one for ages. Never mind. We're all fueled and fed and we're ready to go.
Pericolosa. Danger, danger. We were wondering why no cars have been on this road for kilometres. And look why. My goodness. Be careful, pilgrims. That used to be a tent that you could stay in. Let's go.
What's this? 2 tables within 1.5 kilometres, and we had to stop. We couldn't walk past 2. It's time for a little break. You just can't ignore a table when you see one. Hopefully this is the final climb for the day. We have come a long way up again. We went down and up. I think you can see Rhonda just behind me there. I had to zoom around and we'll have a look at where we've come. Sorry about my breathing. See if I can keep that there. And there we are, looking back down the valley. We've basically climbed up from the bottom there, probably after being almost maybe through that pass somewhere. Anyway, lots of climbing, but not too far to go. Now I'm going backwards. Uh-oh, look who's found another cherry tree. She's literally right in there this time, like foraging. Look at them all. Wow, that is loaded. I think they're sour cherries. Is that what they're called? Amarena. What they put in the gelati is beautiful. Ah, if only the fig trees were ripe. Our first glimpse of Pietralunga, 1.5 kilometres. Okay, we are in Pietralunga. I said that for my grandchildren who like pronouncing the Italian town names. Pietralunga. We should have known this. But for some reason I wasn't expecting a hill, but my goodness, just coming up the little switchbacks here, that got me gasping again. A wonderful, historic old town, which we're keen to explore a little bit later, but we have arrived. Just because we haven't done enough hills today, we have to finish with a flight of stairs. But how cool are these old towns? Hills, always hills and stairs. Okay, hopefully we're on the flat. Sorry for my breathing. Buonasera.
Buonasera.
Ah, gosh, where are we? We are in
Pietralunga.
Pietralunga.
I really like Pietralunga. It is a really lovely town.
It
really
is a
nice.
quaint little historic centre, isn't
Yes,
it?
yes.
Yeah. Got a supermarket, kind of got everything that you need. Yeah. We had a massive gelato when we got in, didn't we?
We
The
were
girl kept loading it up.
When you're walking so much, we were starving. I had an apple and a muesli bar, and that was it.
Yeah.
So she kept putting on flavours upon flavours, and it's the biggest gelato I think we have had in the
Well,
month.
we usually share, and we shared a medium coppetta.
There was no medium about it.
And it was 3 flavours, which you usually get. And we thought, "Oh, that's usually enough for us." But then she was like, "You want to try the pistachio? You want to try
we
this?
say
You want
yes.
to try that?"
Si,
Okay. And it was like a mountain. You'll see it in the picture. I'm going to put it on the video. It was great.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're always tired, always hungry.
Always hungry. We just had truffle pasta.
Yeah,
All
which
things
Rhonda
truffle,
made.
which
Yeah.
was absolutely
Yeah.
magnificent.
There's a little specialty shop just over there that sells sort of all sorts of truffle products. So,
really like
Yeah.
Pietralunga.
and we've seen lots of truffle hunters, and we had some. It was great. we are splitting the next stage. So the next stage is to Gubbio, and we're splitting it. We're staying at a B&B. So we've only got, when I say only, it's a 16-kilometre walk tomorrow. So that's like probably 4 or 5 hours.
Let's see and see how good it is.
We'll tune in tomorrow on the way, and then you'll see us at a B&B at the end of the day.
Yep.
So
it was actually one of the nicest walks.
Yeah. We did have a friend who's been walking it say to us, it's an amazing stage and it's beautiful.
It was really just easy and relaxed, and I mean there were lots of hills, don't get me wrong, but it was really nice.
It was lovely. It was just so scenic. Yeah. Yep. Scenery overload. Too much video, too many photos.
Enjoy.
Anyhow, enjoy, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Ciao.
Bye.